I'm going to press the wall button and let's see what it does. Alright, moves and then stops. Press it again and it just clicks. That's a good indicator. Something that's going on with the logic board. We got a Liftmaster Chamberlain Professional, 1/2 horsepower chain drive. I'm going to show you what it's doing and how to fix it. Let's go ahead and take these wires off. And remember how you have these wires when you do this, okay? So you don't mess up your setup. So let's take these off. Black. And then we have the sensors for the white. Pop these out. Okay. Yep. Keep these together and don't forget, unplug your unit before you start touching on the inside. And then we got our wall button, our wall control right there. And just kind of keep them like that so you know where they go. All right, next we're going to use a 1/4 bit. We're going to take off 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pop the board out. It's held in there by a harness. So just reach your fingers in there and unpop that harness like that. Inspect your unit. Everything looks good on the inside. And we're going to take our board off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, 5 actually, so let's take those off. 3, 4, and 5. Alright guys, what we're going to do now, we're going to look at this board here. When you flip it, this is what it looked like, right? We're going to flip it and we're going to look at this right here. This is our capacitor, okay? That is our capacitor, and this is what typically will create problems with your unit when you lose signal, with your remote, when it's strobing, when it won't move, when it clicks. You can change the whole board out, or you can try this right here, which is really pennies to order online, and then to basically, you got to end up soldering this a new one. So let's take this off, okay? Notice where my black line is, okay? That's a positive and negative. You're going to want your new capacitor to be in the same direction, so pay attention to that black line. So I know the black line is facing this here. You flip it over, and you got to find the 2 prongs which are holding it in, which are right here. I don't know if you can see that, okay? Right here. I got my soldering tool. I got it at 350 degrees right now. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger on the back of this. I'm going to try to like slowly pull it down while I touch the first connection and try to get it to melt off. Alright, so I'm going to pull down on it on the other side while I dab it here lightly. There it is, soften it up. And do the same thing to the other side. See how it bent out already? Now I'm going to have to pull it the other way. Try to do this, maneuver this the right way without dropping it. I'm going to pull it. I'm pulling on it now. I'm pulling on it while I dab this here. There we go, pulling it out. Same thing. See it? And I'm going to pull back the other way again. Okay. And now it's loose, so I'm going to start touching each side. There it is. Alright. Took a little bit of maneuvering, but I had to, basically what I had to do is I had to put this down for a second. I had to touch the contact on the other side while melting it to pull the prongs out. Okay, so I was pulling out one side and then touching it here, pulling out the other, because I had very limited space to pull on here. Alright, so looking at this capacitor, we can see here that's a 35 V330 UF. Okay. Online, I did order these, a pack, probably, I don't know, 20 or 30, something like that, for a couple bucks. Alright, so here's a 35V 330 UV, and again you have the positive, negative. Here's my negative, my gold line, following that same setup. Alright, so there's our setup. We're going to want our gold line again to be facing like the black was, okay, facing that black box like that. If you do it the wrong way, the capacitor will pop once you fire the unit up. So all we're going to do here is we have to do this again on both sides, because the holes are going to be clogged. Right now I don't have a cleaner to pull them off, so it's going to have some dry soldering paste from the old one. I'm just going to kind of hold it right on there, and I'm going to slightly push on it while I open these up with the heat. Here it goes. The probes are going to fall right through. Watch. There's 1, 2, kind of going back and forth, pushing them through. See? There they go. You're going to want to keep pushing them all the way through. Keep heating them up and get that capacitor flat on that board. It is right there. It's flat on the board. The negative is facing the box. I'm good. I'm going to add a little dab. Just a little bit. Really. Okay. Right there. Once I get it on there, kind of hard to see. Alright. Here all I'm going to do is, I'm still pushing down on it flat, and I'm just going to touch that paste. Watch this, it's going to smoke. See that? Just melt it right over the top of it. Just like that. Go on the other side. Melt it on there. Same thing right here. I'm going to just dab lightly. Get that paste in there. Move it around. Okay, and you can maneuver the paste by pushing. Alright, from here I'm going to just take this here and I'm going to snip these down. Okay, so they're not so big in the way. Right there. Right there. Just like that. Okay. If you guys can see that, we'll put the right there. Those are my 2 contacts. Not as clean as I want it to be, but it should work. Alright. There's the new capacitor. Again, this was probably a couple bucks, and that would save you hundreds of dollars. We'll go ahead and put our board back in the same way we had it before. So this one here is going to go through here. Correct. Yep. Drop that in there. Come through like that, and then you place your 5 screws right back in place. We're going to put our unit back together. Harness back in place. Right. 3, 4. Alright, we got our 4 screws back on. Our unit back in there. We're going to go ahead and put our black wire in first for our sensors. Make sure you have a good wrapped around connection. Put it in there. Next, we're going to do our white sensors. When they're double wired like that, when they're thick, you have to get them. Make sure you're getting a good connection in there. Wrap it tight. Cram it down like that. Last but not least, we'll do our wall button. There's our first wire right up in here. And then here's our second wire right there. Alright, let's plug her in. Let's go test it. See if that fixed the problem. Here we go. There it is. Alright, you see it's working now. So that was it. It seems like that solder worked. It's fixed it. And now you guys see the remote's working. Before the remote wasn't working. And I pressed it. Now it's working. It's always going to be that capacitor. If your unit's not using, if your unit's not connecting with the remote, whenever you use it, you lose signal to your keypads, or the wall button works, but your remotes don't work. And your keypad doesn't work, or you see what happens here, your unit's strobing, or you hear a click, it's going to be the capacitor on that board before you try to spend any more money on it. So that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.